Global web search is blowing up right now for AI infographics, and today I'm putting 5 of the most popular AI tools to the test. I'll show you exactly how to create infographics in minutes using OpenAI, Claude, Canva, Manus, and Google Gemini, all using the exact same prompt. And at the end, I'll compare the results and reveal which tool did it best. Let's get into it. To keep things a fair comparison, I'll be using the exact same prompt for across all 4 tools. I'm going to use a prompt which is based on a recent study from around early careers, which dives into how AI is reshaping the career decisions of students. So we've just jumped into ChatGPT now. I'm actually going to use their Sora website because I've not got the plus version on ChatGPT, but it's the same thing. It just runs through the API. We'll paste in the prompt, the same one that we was using before, and we'll fire it off, and we'll set the dimensions for 2 to 3, image, 1 image created, no presets, and we'll see what we can get out of it. So the generation's just finished now. It's actually given me 2 options to pick one or the other. We'll just have a quick look. I think we'll go with the left. Keep selected. Right, let's see what we got. Nice and blue. Overall. Yeah. Overall, pretty good. I see quite a few spelling and grammar mistakes, but the infographics look pretty nice. The graphs look pretty nice. Yeah, nice organization, nice padding around the side. It's not too bad. So one thing I want to check out as well is how you can download it and share it, because they all vary across the different ones. So with the OpenAI one, you can actually share a link, so you can send it to your friends, and you can download it as well into your files as a PNG. So that's pretty helpful, because some of the other ones don't offer that, and I'll show you a bit later. Right, so jumping into Claude, I'm going to be using the Sonnet 4. You can use the 4.1 if you want, but we'll give it a try on Sonnet 4. I think it's pretty similar to the models we're testing with, so we'll try and make it as fair as possible. All you have to do for this is just paste the prompt, because it'll bring up an artifact on the side. There we go. Right, so it's just finished up. Looks pretty good. The only things I'd say is a little bit basic. There's quite a lot of white space around. It's had done a really good job of using the data that was in the study. It's absolutely everywhere. You can really get the message across of the study with this one infographic. One thing I'd say is just the design needs cleaning up a bit. I'm sure you could do that in the sidebar and chop and change it, but it's definitely great for a first draft. I'll have to teach everyone a trick at the end, how you can turn this HTML into a PDF or image, just like the other one, so you don't get stuck with HTML and you can share it with everyone. We've obviously got the same functionality to publish a link as well here and share it with your friends. It's just like the ChatGPT version. Right, jumping into Canva AI. I'm expecting this one to be quite good, because this is an actual design tool, which is what it's meant for at the end of the day. So we'll paste our prompt, same one as before, and we'll let it go. So Canva's just finished up. It was really quick. It's actually gave us 4 different options. They all look pretty good. I'd say there's a lack of data on the majority of them, but they do look really good. Not sure which I like the best. I think maybe this one. One thing I've noticed as well, you can edit the text on the fly, and you can change the pictures and upload your own. This is a really strong contender to be the best so far. Let me zoom in. It's really cool that you can alter the colors and the pictures how you want them. You can also take it into the editor, the full-time editor, and just edit it like a normal Canva. It's really strong, really, really good tool for making infographics. This has probably got the best sharing options as well. It's you're able to share a link with people. You're able to download a JPEG, PNG, PFD, SVG, GIF. So you can really share a lot of different. Probably the most we've seen so far out of all the tests. Right, so let's give Manus a test now. Similar UI to the rest of them. I think all the chat websites are, but one thing I really like is you can generate graphs here as well. And we're going to actually go for the report because probably the closest thing to an infographic we've got. We'll use the speed option. Paste in the prompts. Let's go. Right, so it's finally finished. I reckon it took about a good 5-10 minutes. I had to stop the recording a few times because it was going on so long. It actually it created a to-do file with all these different elements it needed to generate, and it planned it out well. It's kind of worked like one of the reasoning models you see. You can actually see live it generating all the different assets for the infographic. So if you slide along, this is the whole process it went through. So it went 44. So it took 12 minutes to get finished. But what was weird at the bottom was it generated a lot of these assets that wasn't used in the final thing. So it finished off with generating me a to-do list for some a markdown file for some reason. And then it's generated all these different files separate to the main one. So it's got that one. But some of those assets that have been generated, like this one, for instance, it's cut off the main infographic. Let's see where this one is. Yeah, like this one, for example, has been generated, but it's not in the main infographic, which is weird. Seems like it did a ridiculous amount of tool calls just for this. I can't imagine that being very efficient, but so let's review the final outcome. It's obviously used the blues like we asked in the prompt. It's similar to the ChatGPT one where it's got spelling mistakes all over. Maybe it's using that image generation model behind scenes. It's a nice structure, but the mistakes here and here are no good. It's used a good amount of the data that was in the actual key findings, but yeah, it's kind of like the ChatGPT one, I think. So you can download it just like the others. It comes in a WebP file. But all in all, this was a bit of a weird one. The amount of steps that it ran through just to generate it, and in the end, it just generated one kind of master image with loads of other images that were potentially not even used throughout. Like this one, for example, employment trends 34%. That wasn't used either. Yeah, it just generated a lot of images that it didn't need to or didn't use. Right, last but not least, Gemini. For this one, you need to click Tools and then Canvas, and then you can paste the prompt, and then you should be able to get the Gemini infographic created. Here it is, the final generation. I actually think it looks really good. I'd obviously change the background. It's got quite a lot of the details in. Yeah, it's used up the white space really good. It's used the data that's been through it really good. Yeah, I'm actually quite happy with this one. It's used the same method as Claude by using the HTML method. You can't edit it in style. You have to reprompt it. So to share it, you can copy the content, which just copies the HTML across, or you can just share the links, so you can create it with your friends, etc. One of the things I told you that I'd show you earlier was how to turn the HTML code into a PDF, so you can share it that way. So you can go to this website or just Google HTML to PDF, paste in the content, convert it to a PDF, and now it'll be in PDF format for you to be able to download, and you can share it. So in number 5, I put Manus. It was a good use of color, effective use of data. It really brought some of the studies in, but as you can see here, some of the things that's let it down is the text. Some of the icons are not good. Some of them have been cut out completely from the bottom. And probably the main reason it went in last is because it took ages. It took 15 minutes or something like that. So in next place is OpenAI, pretty similar to how the Manus one looks, and they both generate images instead of code like the other three. So OpenAI's is pretty good, but it's had the same downfalls of some of the graphics were being cut off, some of the text wasn't clear, but it really used the data well on ChatGPT's version. Quite accurate from all the study information we fed it. Number 3, Claude. Good use of color, effective use of data. The only problem that I didn't like, it had a lot of white space here, here, here. So the layout could have been better, and it kind of looks a bit basic. It's used the data really well, but yeah, it's how you imagine a AI infographic to look. I reckon with a few more prompts, you could probably get it looking a bit better. Number 2, Gemini. So Gemini looks kind of like Claude's, but a lot better. The data is all in clean, organized hierarchy. It's used the data really well. It's used some really nice icons. There's no layout errors. There's no shadow errors. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And I reckon with a few more prompts, you could make a really good infographic with it. Canva was the clear winner for me. As you can see, the infographic looks great. It's used some custom SVGs. The colors are nice. It's used a nice little bit of the data. The only things that let it really down is for me, it didn't show enough data. But the thing that really put it above the rest, it looks the most professional, and the UX for it was great as well. I could have changed any of these elements, dragged them around. I could have changed the color. So yeah, Canva's the clear winner for me.